All right. It's going to be pot calling kettle black here if I get on Mike McCarthy for saying these things, because I have also said some version of, yes, I know it's a long shot for a 6th-round pick to be a franchise quarterback, but I am intrigued by Will Howard, which I believe is the exact way NFL Network reported what Mike McCarthy said. I do think there's some intrigue there. And yes, I get it. This is what Art Rooney wants to hear and what Omar Khan wants to hear. They want to believe that they have a diamond in the rough and they have found this guy in the late in the draft and they have their next Tom Brady 6th-round pick, blah, 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 blah. But I do think that there's some potential there. And I don't think that it's just – I don't think Mike McCarthy is – I don't think this is just a lip service thing necessarily. And I think it matters that he said it because, yes, he has a good track record with quarterbacks. Inherited quarterbacks, yes, but it is good. It's a very solid resume. What he says about Will Howard would go further with me than what Brian Flores had to say about him or Anthony Weaver.
Well, yes, because he works that side of the ball. Obvious. Yes. That's obvious.
Right.
So, I also don't agree with him, though, because if there was something to Will Howard, he wouldn't have lasted to the 6th round. But I've frankly said that so many times in the last 12 months or whatever it's been, 10 months, that I'm sick of actually saying it. Because if I haven't gotten through to people yet that there's probably a reason a national championship winning quarterback with prototype size, above average athleticism, and a good enough arm lasted till the 6th round, if I have not driven that point home with a sledgehammer, I'm never going to. So I am very much, I don't care if I'm on an island on this one because I'm quite certain I'm right. I would be dumbfounded if Will Howard became their steady long-term starter.
But to me, it's a no-lose situation because I and Mike McCarthy can say this guy, there might be something to him. And if he's wrong and I'm wrong, it's not the end of the world. You know, like Mike McCarthy's reputation as a guy that works well with quarterbacks is not going to hinge on what happens with Will Howard because of what you said. It's almost like a free roll. It's a free bet. If it works, awesome. You made all this money. If you don't, okay, what did you really lose?
I think but that's a different point. I agree with that. It is a free roll, but I feel like the way that it's being spun to some extent, especially by the people out there that are pro-McCarthy, is that like, oh, don't even worry about taking a quarterback in the 1st round. He's already on the roster, and Mike McCarthy's going to bring that out of him. I think that is getting yourself way too high on hopium.
No, but hopium's a great tactic here.
To get the job? Sure.
No, not just to get the job, because if he really believes this, I think either scenario works out well for the Steelers, does it not? If he actually is convinced, Art Rooney and Omar Khan, that Will Howard is a good guy to take a shot on, they play Will Howard, talk through the scenarios. If he's good, you've got your quarterback. If he's bad, this isn't Mike Tomlin running the Steelers anymore. Maybe there's a chance they don't go 9-8 or 10-7, and you're in a better position to draft a quarterback in 2027. Mike McCarthy telling Art Rooney too and Omar Khan that he thinks he's comfortable with their quarterback room and there might be something there with Will Howard is much better than finding out that he wants to either go with Aaron Rodgers or he feels strongly about some other veteran quarterback that's available in free agency or a trade.
Do you think he does want to bring Aaron Rodgers back, though? That he just said that about Howard, but his preference would be to roll it back with Aaron Rodgers?
His preference might be to run it back with Aaron Rodgers because he's won with Aaron before and he thinks he can do it again. And coaches will, I think, always side with what's good for them and what's better long term because they don't figure they're going to be around long term. Now, I know this is an exception as an organization, and that's why it never made sense to me that Tomlin always was so short-sighted because of the longevity you get as Steelers coach. But I think that if Mike McCarthy doesn't hate Aaron Rodgers, doesn't despise working with him, and has looked at him and still thinks that's a good quarterback, then yeah, I do think Aaron Rodgers will be probably back here